Let's talk a little bit about administration. When you were doing public school and whatnot, what was your relationship like with those administrators?
Yeah, well, I always tried my best to have a really positive relationship. It wasn't always roses, And I started this band when I was a middle school director that met in the evening from 6 to 8 p.m. And we called it the Honor Band. And the first few years we did it, it just met once a week. And it was an opportunity to break through the uh, grade-based grouping. So there were sixth grade bands, seventh grade bands, eighth grade bands. And I wanted to have an ability-based group that would allow like sixth graders who really excelled to play, with the eighth graders and the seventh, like to make a mixed grade grouping band of students that wanted to go further. And so we'd rehearse 2 hours a week. I would bring in sectional coaches from the university. I would bring in professors. I would bring in pros, and almost all the time these people volunteered to do this because they were so excited to work with my middle school students. And the students loved this extra attention. It became a kind of a badge of honor to be part of the Walt Clark Honor Band. And I thought it was just a fabulous idea, but the middle school assistant principal didn't care for it because for her, it was a safety issue and a security issue. Like, well, who's going to be, the students in all these rooms and who's going to be watching them and who's, cleaning up after them and who's going to make sure that they're safe in the school. And as a young teacher, I was just thinking like, oh my gosh, but isn't this great? We're doing all these extra things for students. And so that was, I didn't stop doing the honor band, but there was always that tension with that administrator, right? And this idea that that there might not be the same understanding between us. For me, I thought it was incredible what we were doing for the students, and they were able to like unlock their potential, I think, and really soar. And they were featured at the state conference, and got to do some amazing things. And then at the high school level, I had two different administrators, and the first one was really, really supportive, which I was fortunate. And the second one really tried to be supportive, but he had this idea of fairness was cutting everybody equally. So when he had to make budget cuts, he cut band the same way as he cut every other subject area. And again, my perspective was, are you sure you really want to cut band when band is the thing that brings the school like the most positive acclaim and attention? And so again, it was just a value difference. He was a good guy, but I had to really fight to keep any percentage for the assistant director. And he just continued whittled away at the assistant band director position. And so there was some struggle there. But I never gave up.